Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day. To start things off, Tom Lee is once again in the news. Fundstrat Global Advisors co-founder Tom Lee told mainstream media he would favor buying Bitcoin over Bitcoin Cash. Speaking to CNBC, Lee, who is well known for his bullish stance on Bitcoin, said that although he was averse to taking sides, he would rather put new money into Bitcoin than the altcoin alternative. I think both have merits, he explained to the news Fast Money segment. But if I were putting new money to work today, a fresh dollar, I would be a lot more interested in buying a laggard that could attract inflows as opposed to something that's already potentially overbought. This is an ongoing feud in the cryptocurrency world. And I always say, not that this should dictate where you put your money, but everything I believe not happens for a reason. Like the things that they say on TV are written down for them already. They know what they're going to say, and this is them pushing money into a certain direction. This is just what I believe. This is how the market usually works. When you watch these TV shows and they talk about stocks and bonds and funds, they'll talk favorably about more than others, and then these are the ones that typically end up going up in price because this is where the people end up pushing their money. He is once again in the news, Mr. Tom Lee. Fundstrat Global Advisors co-founder Tom Lee has revealed traditional finance strongly favors cryptocurrency after a personal survey convinced him that big money will soon enter the market. Uploading the results of his questionnaire he delivered to invitees of a small gathering on April 23rd, Lee, who is famous for his positive Bitcoin price outlook, said the small group of institutional investors believe that Bitcoin has bottomed in price. Attending were a crypto and traditional macro hedge funds players, Lee described as long only. We see this as a leading indicator for inflows of big money into crypto. Among the feedback from the funds was a 60-40 split amongst John McAfee's prediction. Bitcoin would hit $1 million by the end of 2020, while the most popular price zone for the end of the year was between 10,000 and 20,000. I feel like both of those are definitely incorrect, especially because of how much time that we actually have left in the year. It's not like it's December, almost said 32nd. It's not like it's December 28th or something like that. So I am pretty certain at a certain point throughout the year, there will be a huge price increase. And I am probably going to say between 20 to 30,000, maybe 25 to 30,000. People are greedy. I don't know if you knew this by being a human. Humans are very greedy. And once I think we get over 20,000, there will be a huge dip because of fear. But I think people want to see this new gain in the market. And I don't think 20,000 will be the number that we hit. But once again, this is another head of finance who has said that he believes Bitcoin has hit the bottom and that institutional money will soon be flowing into the market. We spoke yesterday about Nasdaq partnering with the Winklevoss twins in their Gemini exchange, or vice versa, however you want to look at the partnership. And of course, Nasdaq has come forward talking about that they want to continue their stretch into crypto. Once the space matures, Nasdaq is open to becoming a platform for trading cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, according to the company's CEO. Certainly, Nasdaq would consider becoming a crypto exchange over time. Nasdaq CEO Adena Friedman told CNBC's Squawk Box Wednesday, "If we do look at it and say it's time, people are ready for a more regulated market, for something that provides a fair experience for investors. A key roadblock for the Nasdaq and other institutional investors is regulation." Once again, when Friedman said needs to be ironed out before the company would add an exchange, but she was bullish on the future of digital assets. This is three things in a row now, and there's actually more as I go through the video about exactly what's happening in the cryptocurrency space. I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it over again. Something very weird is happening 2.5 years ago. I think there were not petitions. Someone was trying to get cryptocurrencies listed on the Nasdaq and other stock exchanges around the world. And there was a huge backlash of all these people talking about, I would never do that, so and so. And so this is not finance. This is not what money is. This is not what currency is, et cetera, et cetera. And now the CEO of Nasdaq is talking about becoming a cryptocurrency exchange. Let that sink in this morning. If you're listening to this morning, think about that. Think about how absolutely crazy that's going to be. When this is why I think that Coinbase has a very bright future, because they've done so much towards regulation. They've made themselves known in the space. Now imagine when something like the Nasdaq, that literally billions of people around the world know and hundreds of millions of people have their money in, when they add a cryptocurrency exchange, how much legitimacy this is going to add to the space. I am certain at this point, within 5 years, cryptocurrency will be something like we could have never ever imagined. And I keep saying 5 years. This is when I think that prices won't peak, but I think we will be at the end of seeing any 20, 30, 40% increases per day. Because I think with all this liquidity and all this money flowing to the market, I think cryptocurrencies will literally become like stock market 2.0. Like people will be putting their money into cryptocurrencies as opposed to the stock market. This is just how I feel. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is, I mean, how much more obvious can it get that they're looking to become a cryptocurrency exchange? Continuing on with this thought process of mine, the Philippines said that they're welcoming 10 new blockchain and cryptocurrencies companies into a special economic zone. There are a lot of countries who are, they have not smiled favorably on cryptocurrencies before, or ICOs, and they've created something kind of like a they call it like a sandbox almost, where imagine like kids playing in the sandbox and all the parents are looking at them. You can see exactly what they're doing. If your child gets up and tries to run away, you can grab their hand and say, where are you going? Because you're looking right at them. So the Philippines is one of these countries that is trying to do this sandbox type thing when it comes to cryptocurrency companies. On April 25th, 2018, the chief of Cagayan Economic Zone Authority, the CEZA, revealed that a collection of blockchain and cryptocurrency companies may soon set up shop in Cagayan Special Economic Zone and Freeport, located in the Philippines. We are about to license 10 platforms for cryptocurrency exchange. They are Japanese, Hong Kong, Malaysians, and Koreans. The companies, he said, can go into cryptocurrency mining, initial coin offerings, or they can go into exchange. Although the CEZA paved the way for, or maybe just CEZA, whatever, paved the way for digital assets exchange platforms by legalizing them in February. Lambino noted that to avoid regulatory issues, trades between fiat money and cryptocurrency must be conducted offshore. This is only the very beginning. I personally believe there's been so many countries who have come forward and they have banned cryptocurrencies, or they don't let their banks use them or the people use them. And these are some of the countries that aren't well off economically. Not to say that the Philippines is not well off economically. I hope you get what I'm saying. This space only benefits these countries and their people. So I'm usually perplexed when they set up any type of heavy regulation. Like, it's one thing to regulate crypto exchanges. I get it, kind of. But if you don't open your doors to all of these companies, imagine the amount of money, the influx of money, billions of dollars that would flow in if you said we are open to all of this. You know, let's make a bit of regulation. And I'm sorry, whatever, trailing off. But it's so interesting to see. Well, rather, I'm happy that the Philippines has gotten it together, because I believe they were one of the countries that was looking to ban cryptocurrencies initially, but I guess somebody waved a couple of dollars in front of their face. Continuing on, a German securities trading bank will reportedly become the first in Germany to start trading crypto. Like I said, Philippines, Nasdaq, and this guy talking about institutional investors are on their way. VPE Wertpapierhandelsbank AG, a German securities trading bank, has partnered with Berlin-based technology company Solaris Bank to launch a cryptocurrency trading service for institutional investors. VPE is regulated by the Federal Financial Supervisory Authority, the BaFin, and is purportedly the first bank in the country to offer a cryptocurrency trading service, and I'm pretty sure they actually are. According to a statement on the bank's website, the service is available exclusively to institutional and professional clients. That's fine. I think it'll get better a bit later, but this is still a start. Although a private client may ask in writing to be considered they wrote it wrong. That was not me. In writing to be considered a professional client. Katharina Strenke, public relations manager at VPE, commented, cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and others have become a promising asset class in recent years. To date, trading digital assets has been restricted to crypto exchanges and online marketplaces. We are pleased to be the first German bank to offer cryptocurrency trading services. Bank to offer cryptocurrency trading services. If this was happening in 1 or 2 countries, maybe even like 5, I'd be like, okay, I'd still be a bit worried. These people are integrating this into the financial system. This is absolutely major. I don't think people understand the gravity of what's happening right now, how far we've come over the last couple of years, and the fact that they're even integrating things like Ethereum. The Ethereum has been out for 3.5, maybe 4.25 years or something like that. I'm how do I say this? I am shocked when other people who aren't already in crypto read news like this and they're not getting into crypto. I don't know how much more clear it could possibly become to other people, like what they need. Like, do they need like a bank to send them a letter that says like, hey, you should probably get into this as well because we're definitely going to be benefiting from it? I don't know. Whatever. I'm done. Okay. Continuing on. So Russia they were one of the countries as well who came forward. They said that they planned on banning cryptocurrencies. They did not like it. They changed their stance to say that we'd love it. There's not even a rumor. I'm pretty sure that I saw an article about a couple of months ago, or about a year ago, maybe around this time, where Vitalik Buterin actually met up with Vladimir Putin. I'm pretty sure I can see it in my head. And they were talking about Ethereum and stuff like that. And ever since then, Russia has slowly warmed up to the idea of cryptocurrencies. The executive branch of the Russian government has issued a statement pledging to support a bill that would regulate ICOs entitled On Alternative Ways of Attracting Investment Crowdfunding, provided that certain changes to the proposed law are made or at least considered. Submitted on March 30th to the State Duma, the lower house of the Russian legislature, the law had already been modified from an earlier draft version published on January 25th. The April 21st document calls for a series of minor adjustments to the bill's language, to the ways in which it refers or fails to refer to other legislation that has been proposed or is already on the books, and to some particular provisions. All the changes appear to be relatively insignificant in that they seem unlikely to have a consequential impact on the proposed regulatory framework. Everyone's kind of getting in line, and I don't know if this is because of I'm pretty sure it is the whole May-June thing when crypto is supposed to completely skyrocket. Once again, take note. This is now Russia who's talking about making a bill for supporting ICOs. And I think they're also one of the countries who has proposed the entire sandbox thing, where they're trying to create a space. I'm not exactly sure where it is in the country, but they want to allow companies to kind of sit in this area and see exactly what they do so that they are not doing anything detrimental to the country, to the economy, and that whatever they are doing will help to benefit the economy as they go along. I assume things will become more lax as the years continue to pass on. One of the last things going on today is that Kyber Network and OMG Go have been added to Bithumb. I believe Kyber Network went up by 40-something%. It says it somewhere in the article. Kyber Network and OMG Go have surged by more than 73% and 32% respectively upon the announcement of South Korea's biggest cryptocurrency exchange, Bithumb's integration. Prices have actually fallen a bit, and I'll get into that in a second. Earlier this year, Storm, never heard of that, an Ethereum-based ERC20 token project that incentivizes users for completing microtasks such as viewing advertisements on mobile phones or carrying out surveys, increased by more than 100% after its listing on Bithumb. Today, on April 26th, decentralized cryptocurrency exchange KNC, an Ethereum-based scaling solution for finance, OMG Go, recorded massive gains in both volume and price prior to their listings on Bithumb. The South Korean cryptocurrency exchange is expected to list both tokens at 11 p.m. GMT. Approximately 6 hours later, the 11 p.m. listing on Bithumb means that the value of the two tokens have surged more than 100% together, merely due to the announcement of Bithumb prior to the actual integration. As you may know, the cryptocurrency market is down a bit. If you consider 6 to 10% a bit, for some reason, Bitcoin wasn't able to hold onto the $9,000 price. I mean, it can get back there in a day if it wants to, but because of this, I believe Omise Go's number, where's Omise Go? Number 16. Omise Go has dropped a tiny bit. You can't really see it on this chart from where it was before. And the same thing with Kyber Network. I believe Kyber is number like 70 something. We'll get there. We'll get there. I feel like I passed it. Definitely passed it. It's one of the only things that's in green today. No. Yeah, Kyber Network is still up by 50%, just off of news that it is going to be listed on Bithumb, which is great. Once again, still no real news as to why Bitcoin fell back a tiny bit. It could be, a large portion of the hype cleared out, or maybe we just didn't get the right amount of news at the right time. But realistically, with all these rich people talking about other rich people are going to be dumping money into the market soon, I've grown tired of being worried. So it kind of is what it is. All right, everyone, that is going to do it for this video. An immense amount of news every single day. Like I said, there's usually only 2 or 3 things happening in the cryptocurrency space. For some odd reason, this entire last 2 weeks has just been absolutely crazy when it comes to news. I hope that you all have a great day, good afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. See you.